DJ Vlad, somehow, some way, name pops up on my feed every other week. And to be honest with you, this dude has been getting bigger and bigger ever since that whole situation with him and the Princeton professor. Morgan Jerkins is her name, I believe, where he tried to get her fired. He went from that to somehow, some way, he got Tariq Nasheed on his show.
That's why there were some people that were complaining that I'm going to be on Vlad TV later this week. Vlad, we did an interview last week, and there were some people complaining, why are you on Vlad? We boycotting Vlad. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Some of the goofies are supposed to be mad. First of all, let's be very clear. I don't give a damn. If you're mad, you don't have to follow me.
But anyway, this week, he has another scenario. You might have heard of this or not. And this one is with Marlon Wayans. He just went on Twitter to complain about pretty much price negotiations with Marlon Wayans coming on his show. He even got to the point where he was asking his guests how they feel about Marlon Wayans and his price. I believe it's something like $40,000 and like, I think 30% cut in the future. He even expressed all of this on Twitter or X, and Marlon Wayans sent him. And of course, DJ Vlad is not gonna win that battle as far as with the roasting. He just went on there to pretty much complain and say that the interview just wasn't worth the amount that he was trying to get from DJ Vlad. Now, DJ Academics, who's a friend of DJ Vlad, both these guys are DJs, and I've never seen either one of them DJ anywhere, but that's another story. He went on YouTube to express how this was not a good move for DJ Vlad.
So Marlon Wayans is beefing with Vlad. I talked to Vlad yesterday. I told him this is his fault. Vlad had tweeted out, this is after being on an interview with a few people. I've seen it with Ari Spears, where he basically announced that, hey, a former guest of mine, and he had done an interview with Marlon Wayans, apparently was at a press junket for like a movie Marlon Wayans was having eons ago. And he said that he was trying to get Marlon Wayans back on the platform, except Marlon Wayans' representative told him that, yo, bro, you need to pay us $40,000 and we need a certain percentage of the back end, okay? He spoke about it a couple times. Then Marlon Wayans snapped back at Vlad. I'll say this. I had to convince Vlad that the Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp interview, Vlad was in denial that I said this interview made between $5 to $10 million.
Now, I get what DJ Academics is trying to state here, but he's just using a wrong example. Marlon Wayans is not Cat Williams. First of all, Marlon Wayans' interviews are way more accessible than Cat Williams. He's been online more than Cat Williams. Cat Williams is more tapped into the community. And unless Marlon Wayans is going to go on an interview and say some stuff he's not about to say about his relationships in Hollywood, I don't think people would pay that much attention. Forget comedians. Cat Williams had probably the most substantial moment of 2024. All period. No matter the most important interview of 2024, period. No matter if you're talking about an actor, a politician, he had the best interview of 2024. I don't think Marlon Wayans would get anywhere near that.
I guess through negotiation, Marlon Wayans asked for $40,000 and 30% of the revenue from the interview he did with Vlad.
But wait, before we get too far in this video, do me a favor, apply pressure to that subscribe button.
Well, when you see the Cat Williams interview and you hear, and trust me, his agent and whatever have told probably him how much money that made. Now, granted, that Cat Williams interview is a one of one. We've never seen an interview get done like that. Okay? That revenue, I'm telling you, 5 to 10 million, the majority of creators are going to work 5 years to go get that. And I'm not talking about Lil Nas. I'm talking about established creators. Okay? To have a 3-hour video that people are watching 80 million times is crazy. The reason why I blame Vlad, though, is because Marlon Wayans doesn't understand the business of what YouTube is.
He was talking about different avenues of getting money on this situation. Like, he could have put product placement and stuff like that. And, I get what DJ Academics is saying. I'm actually in DJ Academics sector, of course. my numbers aren't as high as DJ Academics, but as far as with RPM, CPM, I'm in the same sector. We're working with the same numbers. And I must say, after doing my own personal research, I'm gonna have to agree with DJ Vlad on the part where that interview was probably not worth it. It's probably not worth it. And to add to that, let's be real, DJ Vlad is a Jew. And one thing about them, they love money. They love money more than anything. That's their shit. Money is their shit. You talk to them, that's one of the things that they know everything ins and outs, how the money smell, the serial numbers on the back. They love money. Now, there's a new avenue on YouTube, a new lane being created where it's like culture vulture versus culture vulture. There's this guy named KB Goes Live that pretty much went in on DJ Vlad. And this shit is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, it's hilarious. He went in to prove how DJ Vlad made a bad mistake. And you know what? He himself, by going through his own numbers, even came to conclusion, whether he knows this or not, that this would not be a good move to DJ Vlad.
And keep in mind, I'm a YouTuber. I'm pretty familiar with what YouTube pays per 1,000 views. So let's go with the low ball number and say you make $5 per 1,000 views. Let's say you get, I don't even know how many clips you would get out of it. Let's go look at your Lil Boosie interview, the last one that you did, which it looks like it was this one from May of this year. You had 31 clips that you put out from this interview plus the full interview itself. All right, so let's go back over to our handy dandy calculator. You got 31 clips. Let's say each of them do 100,000 views on average, because that's what Vlad said Marlon Wayans does, about 100 to 300,000 views, right? So let's just go with 100,000 views. Again, we're gonna lowball it.
He said, you know what? DJ Vlad, he would probably take a loss. It would just be a small loss.
We're gonna times that by 30 videos, right? That means in total, you're gonna do probably about 3 million views on that. Now you get paid for every 1,000 views that you get on YouTube, right? So you divide the 3 million by 1,000, because that's how many views it takes to get paid. And that means you're gonna get paid 3,000 times, about an average, remember this is lowball, of $5 per 1,000 views. So times that number by 5, and that means you're gonna make about 15,000 bucks on the low end just from those interviews. If you get a high rate of pay per 1,000 views, let's say $12, then you'll make about $36,000 on this interview. And that means you'll take about a $4,000 loss, which isn't bad if you're really doing the interviews because you want people to be aware of people's stories. Taking a small loss on this to get a big interview, that's not that bad. But
now, I get it with him. You know, culture vultures, they have to pander and stuff like that. But homie, that wasn't a good look. You pretty much showed on screen why this would not be a good move for DJ Vlad. But moving on, that was just goofy. I don't know how he even published that. That was goofy. Now, this video ain't about taking up for DJ Vlad. We not doing that. DJ Vlad himself is a goofy for putting all this information out there online, for asking people what their opinion is, using this as content, putting all this online. Very unprofessional, very goofy like. And I noticed I've never seen him do this with any of his white guests. But then again, DJ Vlad does not have a lot of white guests. Now, Marlon Wayans continued to just trash DJ Vlad, who was pretty much trying to say that, you know, Marlon Wayans isn't that relevant right now, and this, that, and the fourth. And Marlon Wayans went in on him. Let's just get that straight. Marlon Wayans went in on him. But there's something that Marlon Wayans did that I guess it was fair. But he pretty much, after going in on him, he pretty much used the community as a weapon against DJ Vlad. And in this particular situation, I approve of this. He can get away with it, all right? But I must add to this, I would not be Moxy if I didn't say what needs to be said. And the truth of the matter is, Marlon Wayans, you are not tapped into community. Now, you're gonna get away with it this time, because really none of us, but maybe Tyreek, rock with DJ Vlad. But then again, I could be wrong, man. DJ Vlad is bigger than he ever been, in my opinion. But I don't rock with DJ Vlad. And most of us on my channel, we don't rock with DJ Vlad. So you're gonna get away with it this time. But Marlon, you're not tapped into the community, man. Stop it. Stop it. Hey, do y'all remember when Marlon Wayans dogged us out
I'm tired of the rhetoric of, oh, you sell out in Hollywood because you wore a dress.
It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress.
Yeah. He dogged us out because he felt like we didn't give him all the respect that he deserved for wearing dresses.
Negro, I wore a dress. It's called White Chicks. You know what we did? We did a classic.
What's up, money? You got a problem? What you looking at my ass for? Nah, yo, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle.
When Robin Williams wears a dress in Mrs. Doubtfire, he's brilliant.
And the black one is far too short. I hope you waxed. They both say to me, I'm easy, and you don't want that, dear.
When Tom Hanks wears a dress in Bosom Buddies, oh, he's brilliant.
They were dressing up as women, and Tom put on that dress and those pumps.
When Dustin Hoffman wears a dress in Tootsie,
yes,
he wins an Oscar.
How's this? You take your hands off me, or I'm gonna knee your balls right through the roof of your mouth. Is that enough of a threat?
As soon as we put on a dress, we start tearing each other down. This is art, and this is comedy.
That conversation to me it's silly. It's a negative thing that is only in black people.
Talking down to us because we're not worshiping this man for wearing dresses. White people worship their stars for wearing dresses. Y'all don't worship me for wearing dresses. You're not tapped in, brother. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say something, all right? I'm gonna speak for myself. I think I kind of know how this goes right now, but I'm just gonna speak for myself right now. Me personally, I don't really care to see a Marlon Wayans interview. I don't. I could care less for seeing a Marlon Wayans interview. I don't even really know what he would talk about other than his transgender kid. I don't even know what he would talk about that gets people's interest online. Hollywood, that's something else. Online, I don't think too many people are really worried about Marlon Wayans and what he has to say. That's just me. But, you know, this is your channel too. You tell me in the comment section and be honest. Do you really care about a Marlon Wayans interview? I'm just gonna say I don't. I don't. Now, I'm gonna end this with this statement, okay? After all this back and forth and bickering, I think now, or actually before the end of the year, it might be worth the interview now because all this back and forth, that's how the internet works. I don't even know if Marlon would accept it now because of all this back and forth, but I'm gonna say he probably would not turn down that type paper. I think he would take it. I personally think he would take it. And I think as of this point, right now, I think it could be lucrative. Before DJ Vlad started all this on Twitter and asking his guest about it, nah, I would have to agree with DJ Vlad that nah, this ain't worth it. Now, I kind of think it's worth a shot. But you tell me how you feel about this in the comment section. Moxy out.